Ryan Castel, Little Leaguers and the Improper Curveball. Baseball is known as America's pastime and is one of the most popular sports in the world today. The basics of the sport are the usual hitting, pitching, and defense. But today we will focus on pitching, one of the riskiest positions in all sports. Did you know the majority of baseball players that are having injuries are pitchers with elbow injury? And what if I told you the majority of these players are Little League and younger pitchers having elbow surgery? My motivation is to reduce the injuries of ball players of all ages, especially adolescent players. Today I will call upon the possible future parents of Little Leaguers and current baseball players to implement a ban or take place in the proper teaching of how to throw a breaking pitch to reduce the risk of injury. I have studied how the improper use of technique of these pitches can damage the arm. The curveball, a form of breaking pitch, if thrown improperly, can damage the growth plate and ligaments in the elbow. Banning the use of these pitches for children under the age of 14 would help protect proper growth. Doing so would reduce the number of Tommy John surgeries and elbow problems in ball players. Let me start off by saying the curveball isn't the enemy here. The problem is not the actual curveball itself, but it is the way the pitch is delivered that affects the pitcher and causes problems. We need to set rules to limit these pitchers to the mentally and physically mature players. Improper delivering of the pitch can damage the growing arm of a child. My 13-year-old brother was recently unable to throw for over 3 weeks as instructed by a doctor because of his inability to properly throw the pitch. Luckily, the injury didn't result in Tommy John surgery, as it would have for many, but he is unable to pitch again for the rest of the season. Most young Little Leaguers aren't properly taught to throw the curveball. A skilled ball player simply holds the ball differently to get the effect of a curveball. When throwing the pitch, most amateur players rotate the elbow, causing injury to the arm. It is important to have limits for young baseball players. According to Dr. Fleiss, orthopedic surgeon, in this country we can make all these rules, and all these rules will help, but only if the parents and coaches recognize the fact that these kids that are getting these surgeries are not making the major leagues. Dallas News referring to Tommy John surgery. Tommy John surgery was first pioneered by Frank Jobe, orthopedic surgeon, in 1974 for John, who tore his ulnar collateral ligament. USA Today. According to throwinginjuries.com, it is an operation that rebuilds the torn ligament by replacing it with a tendon from the forearm. Since 1974, the surgery has been refined, with the principle remaining the same. A tendon is woven back and forth between bones of the elbow to fabricate a new ligament. A problem with Little League pitches has long existed, says Dr. James Andrew, medical director at the American Sports Medicinal Institute. According to recent studies, eteams.active.com states, it is widely speculated by medical professionals that it is ill-advised for players under the age of 14 to throw breaking pitches. Breaking pitches are continued to be strongly discouraged by Little League. According to USA Today, medical experts state 20% of pitchers undergoing Tommy John surgery are major league pitchers. 20 to 25% are minor league pitchers, but the rest are all college and high school athletes whose injuries occurred in Little League. So ask yourself, what can we do to reduce the number of injuries in children? We can start by restricting children under the age of 14 to only throwing fastballs and changeups. Banning the use of curveballs at a young age will help in the development of proper mechanics, allowing proper growth and good health. This will reduce the risk of ligament and elbow injuries. By getting involved as a future parent or current teacher to younger players of the game, you can greatly increase the chances of a player avoiding injury. Helping develop proper mechanics and avoiding breaking pitches are just a few of the ways you can get involved. You could even talk to board members of the local Little League or even the Little League National Congress. Avoiding injury and allowing a child to grow properly and avoiding future arm trouble is the main concern for most people regarding this issue. We can make this possible. In closing, let's review. Breaking pitches, if thrown improperly, can cause damage to the growth plate and ligament of any pitcher, especially an adolescent. Restricting these pitches will help protect proper growth, resulting in less Tommy John surgeries and or permanent elbow problems in ball players. I encourage you to offer what you have learned today. I know many of you have at least some ties to Little League baseball and can help reduce the number of injuries we see today.